for their first 3 seasons over at the Cotton Bowl. But now it's Kansas City and Dallas. And as you put it so well, it's like a regular season playoff game.
You're not excited about this game?
Not a bit.
You don't love football. Let's go.
All right, the Chiefs have deferred, and they send it down to Turpin, who zigs and zags and gets swallowed up at about the 26 by 5 Chief players. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, they have put up points this year. There's his record on Thanksgiving. Don't forget, last year he did not play. He was out with a hamstring injury that had finished his year a week or 2 before that, and Cooper Rush was the Cowboy quarterback starting on this day 365 ago. He's got a running back in Javonte Williams, who could go over 1,000 for the first time in his career today. Lipke, the fullback, leading the way for Williams, who barrels ahead for about 4. And Tony, I'd be interested to get your key matchup when the Cowboys are on offense.
Well, that guy right there, this is going to be what I think the game will come down to. Steve Spagnuolo, one of the best corners. He disguises defenses. He makes it look this way, then blitzes from other spots. Dak has been incredible pre-snap. He's been good against the blitz this year. However, in their storied history, Spagnuolo has got the best of Dak.
On a 2nd down and 6, Dak with pressure, able to unload it somehow and pick up a short gain to C.D. Lamb as McDuffie was on him and decked him right away. It looked like Shamari Connor might get to him.
Well, it's
Dak got rid of it, Tony.
Going to be a play fake here. Dak's going to boot out, and you'll see Lamb right over here pretends to be blocking, goes out. And I think you're going to find Spagnuolo early in this game. We'll just see what your game plan is, figure out your protections, then come after you as the game moves on. I wouldn't expect a ton of pressure early.
You remember Connor last week got a sack on the opening play of the game for the Chiefs defense against Indianapolis. 3rd and 4, again pressure, and it's picked. Because of the blitz, they pick it off with Watson. He gets away from Ferguson and tumbles at the 43, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a play on the 3rd snap of the game, but we've got to check the flag.
Wow. This is probably on the return. This pick will probably stand. And guess what? Spags decides to come after him on the 1st 3rd down. You were not expecting that. And like I said, he has had Dak's number.
There is no foul on the play. The ball is intercepted. 1st down, Kansas City.
It was Hicks who was pressuring the safety blitz.
Well, I want you to watch the corner at the top. He's going to make it seem like he's playing underneath, and he folds back to a cover 2. And Watson baits Dak right into that. He plays in between. And the reason is because he's about to get hit by Hicks. If Hicks isn't there, he doesn't have to throw the ball that quickly. What a start for the Chiefs.
Hunt in the backfield. They do have Pacheco in uniform today. 1st down throw, and it is caught right away by Hollywood Brown. And he's got a gain down to about the 27-yard line. As you look at what Mahomes did last week, that was his highest pass yard total of the season. Didn't throw a touchdown for the 2nd time in his last 3 games, but 352 and beat him with the legs as well in the comeback victory down 11 in the 4th.
Yeah, he willed it at the end.
That was a 1st down play. Pickup of 10. Now over to Rice on the run with a blocker in front. Wiley in front, and Rice is free to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown.
One of the keys to the game coming in was going to be Dak's ability, we talked about, to figure out the disguise and the pressures. The second one's going to be the quick throws by Dak. You've got to set the edge out here because their run game is an RPO world, which means they can run it in the backfield or throw it out there, run pass option, and they threw it quickly, Jim. You cannot allow that. They're going to do it all day.
2nd play for the Chiefs offense goes for a touchdown. What a block first by Kelsey, and then how about the block by Jared Wiley? Extra point good by Butker. Wiley active today because Noah Green out with a concussion. Set up by the Watson pick. Off the pressure from Hicks. Look at Wiley, number 12, getting action today after running after the catch.
It looked like it, but it doesn't look like it today.
I saw him. They're staying at the same hotel as us, and I said, the word was that you had a little bit of a tweak and as well as a cramp. He said, I didn't know about the cramp. It was a tweak. But he's running fine as the return is snuffed out pretty quickly again by Hicks, who just blitzed and forced the takeaway. By the way, Tony, this is remarkable. You look what happened last week, the 2 comeback wins. Look at the second line. Time leading in the game. This is the first game in NFL history between 2 teams coming off wins in which they never led until there was no time remaining. It's also the first Thanksgiving game in history with each team coming off double-digit comeback victories. Cowboys go up the middle. Looked like they were trying to do something to trick them, deceive them, but it is Williams up ahead for 5.
This is one of the key factors for Dallas to win the game, is the ability to run the ball. Everything stems from that. We know about the superpowers on the outside with the wide receivers, Pickens and Lamb. But the truth is it starts with Williams because everything flows from there. If they can play action, they're as good as any team in the National Football League. Dak's almost 80-some%. When he has to drop back to pass like you saw, bad things can happen from time to time.
Makes the handoff to Turpin. Now, but time goes back over to Turpin. He's dangerous. Turpin almost slipping through that tackle, but Bolton was able to hold on and restricted to a 9-yard gain. There was your play action for you, Tony.
Yeah, they're very good. We just talked about it. If they give a little action, fake a handoff, there's not a team better in the National Football League off of those actions, and proven true right there. Just don't want to get into a drop back game and let the disguise of Spagnuolo hurt you. But you got to run the ball to be able to play action.
They got 5 yards on first down the last time. Now with a new set of downs, and they're going to have a pre-snap penalty here.
False start.
False start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. First down.
John Hussey and his fine crew presiding over this one. Let's go down to Trace.
It is so difficult to win here in AT&T, but talking with some Cowboys personnel before the game, they were concerned with all the red that was going to be in the stands. The Chiefs travel, Mahomes is from Texas, and you heard the Chiefs fans at the end of the anthem, even the Chiefs sideline couldn't believe how loud they were. The people I spoke with said their concern was if they got behind early and Chiefs fans would take over.
Well, they're behind early, just as they were last week. And the pass goes over to Pickens. What a force he has been. This goes for 10 to Pickens.
What an off-season acquisition. He has been unbelievable. Like, you put the tape on, he's so smooth. He catches everything. His catch radius is everywhere. Just throw it around him. And I think you got to give this front office a ton of credit for bringing him in and what he's done.
Now the goal was going to be, how do you keep him?
That is going to be good problem to have.
2nd and 5. And look at Chris Jones bust across and drop Williams for a loss. It looked like Ferguson may have missed a block, a loss of 2.
Well, it's Tyler Smith right there, just a swim move by Chris Jones, and he has been dominant the last 2 weeks. As soon as the season's on the line, he decided to have that inner beast come out. He really was a major difference in that win last week.
Yeah, we've seen it the last 2 weeks with Jones' play stepping up. By the way, the Cowboys with Nate Thomas at left tackle. Tyler Guyton is inactive with a high ankle. So we got a 3rd and 7. Here comes the pressure, the pass. It's on the money for Lamb, right on the Chiefs sideline, and a Cowboy first down. 10-yard pass play.
Big time throw by Dak right here. You're going to see the outcut right here, and that's an incredible route. He restacks McDuffie, who doesn't get restacked very often, meaning you go back into him to break out. And Dak threw that ball under pressure once again a couple of times. Look at getting up on the ball quickly.
Yes, they do, taking no time at the line, and a quick bootleg throw it is to Schoonmaker, and Tranquil's right there with him, holds him to 1. These linebackers for the Chiefs, we know about how good Bolton is, and he got a big contract. But Chanel and Tranquil make a lot of plays, too.
They really do. I mean, Chanel popped off the tape. Tranquil had another 2 or 3 big plays as well. These guys had run-throughs in the run game, stopping Jonathan Taylor last week. Today, they're going to be a little bit more poised, not trying to do the run-through, because you got to stop this passing game first.
2nd and 9. Dak. Oh, Bolton stepped right in front of Lamb, got his hands on it. Bolton, of course, had a pick 6 in a Super Bowl against Philadelphia.
Well, this almost was another pick, and it should have been in some ways. Great job by CD to break this up right at the last second.
Boy, Lamb showing some DB skills right here.
Yeah, I mean, he thought it was the ball that he's like, nope, not going to protect it. But that's 2 throws you don't want to make early in a game for sure. You got to survive and then thrive later.
3rd and 9. As Dak throws to a wide open Lamb. Stutter stop move and tackled down at about the 29 by McDuffie. 17 yards on that 3rd down. Cowboys got another first.
They are coming after Dak with a very regimented cover 4, basically 2 guys. There's going to be 2 underneath, and if you can get inside of them, you send 2 people going in, that will defeat that coverage. And right there, great design by Brian Schottenhammer in this offense, because if you don't have a call like that on, people are swallowed up with pressure coming at you.
We've got an injured chief defender, Brian Cook is going to get a closer examination. Will raise the blue 10, and Mike Edwards is up off the practice squad. He's in the game. As Cowboys go screen with Williams, and he's got a first down. Galloping ahead, the ball came out when he hit the ground. They rule him down at the 15-yard line. They went for 14 yards.
It's a great play design. He's going to be down here. His knee hit, yep, well before. This is what makes Dallas so difficult to defend. 4-man rush. Hey, we're going to go sack the quarterback. No, we're letting you come through because it's a simple screen pass on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's all. From the 15. Williams, nowhere to go. Gelati is there waiting for him. Rookie out of Louisville.
I think his future is really bright. He set the edge great on that play, but I think as he comes on, you'll see this defense improve more and more because they haven't had quite the same pass rushes I've seen in the past, Jim. The 4-man rush by itself. Now, they'll do it with pressure, but just 4 guys rushing only, they haven't quite affected the quarterback enough, so they have to bring someone else usually.
Malik Davis comes in for Williams at running back, gets the handle on 2nd and 13, and he gets up the yardage that was lost on the previous play, setting up a 3rd and 10. This Cowboys offense, you know, they started out with, at home, they start out with 3 40-point outbursts. They're averaging 33 on the season now at home. Most in the league when it comes to total offense, 425 a game.
Well, they just saw it, this Chiefs defense last week. Almost the same numbers as the Colts, who were also right there at the top of the league. Big test today.
3rd and 10. Going to the end zone, and he's there. It's Lamb who converts for the 3rd time on 3rd down on this drive, and it's a touchdown for Dallas.
Under pressure this week for a few of the drops. They ended up winning the game last week. Well, guess what? This guy is amazing. Runs a double move, hitch and go, and he restacks again. Perfectly thrown ball, but that route was next level. Hey, he's a #1 in case everyone wanted to know, and they got another one on the other side.
I think it was a Philly thing with him in the drops. He had 4 in the season opener up there, 3 last week. But now today, different story. How about 3 times they go to him on 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9, and then 3rd and 10 goes for a touchdown.
He's pretty good.
Cowboys tie it at 7.
You want to know how good he is? They've been shadowing him with Trent McDuffie on the other side. Already the most yards McDuffie has given up one-on-one to a receiver this year, and it's in the first quarter against CD Lamb.
How about that? Ball bounces on a hop to Thornton, and he's out to the... and had that comeback that matched their all-time franchise record of 21.
And there's Williams right there. He's been a monster since they've got him.
But look, Hunt able to run right past that side and pick up about 14 as Hunt's coming off a 100-yard performance against the Colts on 30 carries.
This is a Creed Humphrey special, the center. I want you to watch him. He's going to get 2 different guys. He's going to go hit and then go up to the 2nd level. So he comes off and hits Williams and gets up. That's outstanding play. He went against 2 of the best players on the defense, too. Williams, then he got right up to Overshown.
You saw Humphrey, who snaps it back here to Mahomes. And they go back to Hunt, and he's got more running lane. And he's able to deliver a little stiff arm on the way out of bounds for another 6.
And I talked about this earlier in the year. You know, certain times just the eye test, right? You're watching the game and you see the Chiefs, and I was like, this looks to me like the most efficient run game that I've seen the Chiefs in the Mahomes era and Andy Reid with this team. They look like they can actually depend on it. And we saw it last week, and now it's showing up again here. And by the way, no one ran on the Cowboys the last 2 weeks.
Well, they're going to try to go end around here with Worthy. All kinds of space for Worthy. And the former Texas Longhorns down to the 34. Rice, his fellow receiver, threw a nice block over on that side. It goes for 17.
Well, you'll see the fake handoff and then the reverse, but it's under center. And you see Worthy's speed. One of the fastest players we've seen in a long time. But it's the under center plays that's been the difference in this run game, Jim. When they're under center, they've been very hard to stop.
They welcome the return on this play to Isaiah Pacheco, who's been out with a knee for a few games. And Pacheco able to show some stuff here on his first handle, and it's going to be about a foot shy of a first. Sam Williams tackled him.
When your season's on the line last week, Andy Reid played it close to the vest. He ran the ball. 30 carries for Kareem Hunt. I can't remember the last time I saw Andy Reid give a running back 30 carries. He did it, and he's staying committed to that again today, and it's paying off for him.
Look at that. Rush attempts per game. You're going back now.
They have the team to do it.
More than a decade. 2nd and 1. The short one. Pass over to Rice, and look at him able to kind of step back, let the defender fly by, and pick up the yardage for the first.
You're going to see this a lot. There's 5 men on the line of scrimmage. Dallas turned to this 5-down line, which has really helped. You got 3D tackles in the game a lot of the time, a bunch of big guys inside, and that's helped. But if you're going to put 5 guys up there, Jim, you don't have as many guys on the outside for the quick screens, the bubbles, stuff like that.
Defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus.
He's done a great job here recently, under a lot of pressure early in the year.
They shut out Philadelphia the last 39 minutes last Sunday, including their last 7 drives. 1st and 10. Worthy, decked by Williams, who makes the 2nd tackle on this drive, and it's a loss of 4.
Just a little too cute. You're going to get 5 men rushing the passer here, and when that happens, like I said, you can't have a slow developing play. The reason you put 5 guys up there, Jim, so you can't pull the guards. Guys in the O-line, they tried to pull someone. That doesn't work when it's 5-on-5 and you pull someone. Someone's going to come free.
It's a 2nd and 14 back at the 25.
Huge 4th quarter right up here last week.
Mahomes going to slide to the right. They're chasing him, and he's going to throw it away. Thornton's over in that area as it sails out of bounds, and it went past the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark was one of those applying pressure on Mahomes.
He had a chance. Rice was actually open, but this is why the Chiefs are going to be in a tough situation when it's obvious passing downs. The backup right guard, Trey Smith, their incredible right guard, is out. You saw it affected him a little bit last week. Mahomes has to run a little bit more than he wants to then.
He's got a 3rd and 14.
5 guys on the line here.
Rice down low, looks like one-on-one coverage. Mahomes looking, taking off. Going to try to beat him with his legs. Got tripped up, but he still kept his balance for a 1st down inside the 10. Able to get away from Overshown, and he races for 16.
Overshown is incredible, but Creed Humphrey is as well. The center's going to go up and grab the spy, or at least make him feel like he doesn't know which way to go, and Mahomes reads it as if he's a running back. And you know, when the season's on the line, he's going to use his legs. And he did it last week at the end of the game and willed his team again today.
That drive down the field when they were down 11, and he did just that, a couple of scrambles. It completely rekindled their season. That drive changed all the energy.
Totally agree. And now they're under center. This is when I think the Chiefs are at their best.
Hand off to Hunt. Hunt bounces off the hit, and finally they're able to get him from behind with Clowney making the tackle. 5-yard pickup for Kareem.
How many games have we done now where recently, right? When you're losing games and you've got to win, I'm saying, hey, the Chiefs have more runs than passes. Again, right now, you're seeing that.
Yeah, they've thrown it 4 times so far in this game. They've rushed it 7. 64 yards rushing on this drive. Wildcat, and it's Rice at quarterback. And Rice trying to get the edge. And Rice trying to get to the end zone, and he lost the ball on the way out. He's not near the goal line, which could have been a disaster for them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's out of bounds at the 2. He got popped by Donovan Williams. So they go Wildcat here with Rice.
Yeah, and then Wilson's going to come in at the end and get his hand on. And this has been a big thing. Everyone wants to give Quinnen Williams all the credit. He's been amazing. But getting Wilson, a safety, and Hooker back, they were injured, has been huge. Overshown coming back. The combination of them, Logan Wilson coming in, Williams, it's been the difference why this defense has performed.
3rd and goal. Hunt has been so tough in goal line. He has scored a touchdown in 4 consecutive games. They call on him again. Hunt going sideways. No push there to get him across. The Cowboys collapse in on him and make the stop.
This is where Dallas is different. Why the hope in the future, you have a chance. They can shut the run down when they decide to. The last 2 weeks they had Saquon Barkley gave up 20-some yards, 22 yards to him. That's crazy, and they're going for it.
Yep, 4th and just inside the 2.
They're not going to run this football right here. You got to expect some trickery. It's Andy Reid special time and Mahomes scrambling time.
Kelsey in a slot to the right. Always dangerous down here. Mahomes looking in the end zone, and he goes to Kelsey for the touchdown.
Well, Jim, you said it. It's almost like you were Nostradamus there. It was great coverage. It's just a better throw, route, timing. You're all over it, but you're never really all over it, Murray, when you got Kelsey and Mahomes throwing it. The timing of it, you can't get your head back. That's why the Chiefs have played an AFC Championship game every year that Patrick Mahomes has played.
2-yard touchdown pass on 4th and goal, and a drive that took nearly 7 minutes.
Different than last week when they got stopped in the red zone consistently.
Butker tacks on one more in what's been a wild opening quarter. Remember last week Kelsey had a touchdown taken away because of a penalty, but that is now officially number 85 of his career, extending the record for most in Chiefs history. Back in 30. Kelsey.
You said it. You're going to play him one-on-one. I don't think people realize he's playing at a very, very high level right now. And sometimes it goes under the radar because you feel like, oh, he might be a little older, a little bit past his prime. I'm like, watch the tape. He's playing at a very high level.
He's playing significantly better than last year, in one of his best years really in the last 5. Everybody will tell you that.
And he could have had a few more last week. You talked about it, right? Could have had the touchdown that was called back, and he was open multiple other times.
Pooch kick down to the 7 to Turpin. Not much real estate over there as he's popped out by Williams.
We're in for a shootout today, just in case you wanted to know.
At first it was going to be a hoedown. Now it's going to be a shootout. But you like these high-scoring affairs.
Love those hoedowns and showdowns and shootouts.
We got a marker on the return.
During the return, holding receiving team number 38. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. We will go to the second period timeout.
That is the end of the first quarter. Mahomes with 2 touchdown passes. Lamb caught one for Dallas. We go to the second. Chiefs up 14-7.
He's been everywhere, does things for so many people, and John Madden said it correct. Just give him the ball.
And a lot of good things are going to happen.
Yeah, you know, the all-time leading rusher, probably want to give him the ball.
That's right. From the 16, off the penalty during the return. Dak decides to go to the right side, and it's there. Able to pick up about 11.
That was impressive by Dak and Schottenheimer and the way they've built this whole system. Hiring the right people, bringing in Clayton Adams and all the guys in the offensive staff, but it starts with the run game, another little play action, Just keep doing it over and over again. Gives you a chance. And you got the weapons outside when you want to take your shot.
Well, Flournoy is another weapon they have, and he certainly has developed as the season gone on. Here's a pass, this time over to Turpin, turning it upfield, and then stepping out of bounds as Edwards was waiting for him. Another Dallas first.
Yeah, he's very dangerous, like Worthy with the speed. A little bit of a busted coverage here. Miscommunication by Kansas City. 2 guys in one spot, no one in the curl flat area. And you see why he's so special in the return game, that juice, that speed.
You only wear the number 9 in Dallas if you've got serious speed.
100%.
That's the word on the
I was the
street.
fastest until I gave it to him.
Exactly.
There's no question about that.
Here's Williams. Turn it upfield. He's got about 3.
Just don't question that.
Never. Never. The parents just love living there in that community. Strong ties. 2nd and 8. Look at this pass. Able to dump it off. Little jump action. And Williams is about 5 yards short of the first down. He got to hang around the facility with the Chiefs, talking about Brian Schottenheimer when his dad was the head coach. Watch this. What a great effort that was by Dak.
Yeah, he's done a great job getting through the progressions and keeping his footwork correct. And right now that's helped on 2 or 3 plays. He's only thrown 2 balls that were even remotely poor. Now granted, one was intercepted, the second one could have been, but everything else has been perfect.
3rd and 4. Cook, by the way, who's shaken up, is back in there at safety. You see him back there at the 36-yard line. 3rd and 4. Sideline they go, and that was missed time. Looking for Pickens.
Now this one's going to be on Dak a little bit. He just got himself outside the pocket, trying to create too much room there. If he stayed in the pocket, he had more space. But you're going to watch Pickens go up. McDuffie read it right away, but that ball could have been on him, right on his chest.
By the way, the offense is still in the huddle.
Ooh, going for a big one right here.
At the 48 of the Chiefs.
This is the matchup right here. Spagnuolo on huge down and distances. How are you going to disguise? You're going to pressure or not? I felt like they got the call in too late to get to something crazy. But watch out for him coming off the edge.
Dak gets it away. They get the first down. Ferguson makes the grab. Gutsy call by Shoddy.
Jim, where do you throw it? Where do you throw it?
Where they blitz you.
When they blitz from here, where do you throw it?
Yeah.
Right where they blitz from. The problem sometimes is you can't diagnose that as a quarterback. So sometimes they catch you and you're looking somewhere else. Great job by Dak right there to recognize the pressure coming and getting the ball out.
How about visiting with Dak this week and Dak talking about how much clearer he sees the game now. In all these years, the clarity is there as he's looking around here and is just unable to get the football to Pickens. Pickens looking back in that sun in that direction. Don't know if that was an issue. Kind of shielding his eyes right there, maybe indicating that.
Well, this should have been an easy one. It's just going to be a simple play action, come around, and now over the middle right there, throw it. He just runs up in the pocket and misses him. Now Pickens sees the sun, so you can't see the ball, but I'm not entirely sure, even if you didn't have the sun, you could have got there.
Sets up a 2nd and 10. And that is Davis getting the carry for only a yard, but go down to Tracy on the sideline.
Jim, we just saw Brian Cook, the safety, go into the game on that 3rd down. He's dealing with a right ankle injury. They taped it, retaped it. He was doing some light jogging on the sideline, and I was told he will try and play through it, but only on 3rd downs for now.
Yeah, he's not out there right now, as you see 34 taking that spot. Cook to the bench. Edwards in for him.
Yeah, Edwards is a veteran, played a lot of ball, but just not a lot of time this year calling him up.
3rd and 9. They go screen. Flournoy able to turn the corner a little bit, get an extra yard or 2. But they're back to another 4th down. Do they go with the super leg of Aubrey?
Yeah, should we move on and go to the kickoff?
Mr. Automatic?
That's his new nickname. Here's Mr. Automatic.
Of course, he made the 42-yarder last Sunday to beat Philadelphia. 19 of 21 on the season. He's converted, by the way, 26 straight. This speaks to your point. From inside 50, 26 in a row. This is 49.
This is 30 yards to him.
Here's the kick by Aubrey, and finds its way to straighten out right down the middle almost. And a field goal for the Cowboys. 3 games back of the Broncos in the AFC West. That's just, again, one example of why it's desperate times for Kansas City and the Cowboys today, both needing this game. It's Thornton on the run back. Tries to make a little wiggle on Stewart, but gets taken down. The Dallas Cowboys served the team's annual early Thanksgiving Day meal at the Salvation Army of North Texas on Wednesday, November 12th. The team split into 2 groups to aid approximately 600 less fortunate men and women at both the Salvation Social Services Center in Dallas and Fort Worth. That's a long-standing tradition, Tony.
Yep, it is. I mean, I did that every year we were here. It was a great experience. You got to meet everyone in the community. It's just such a special thing they do.
Here's Patrick's pass, goes back to Kelsey, and he's wide open and falls at about the 46-yard line, indicating a first down.
I mean, just watch right here. He drops back, and look at this route. He's going inside. He's going to end up getting back outside. You've got to make him feel that way. That's wow. Travis Kelsey, go ahead. That's impressive, Jim. He is playing outstanding.
He's out for this snap. Wiley in for him. Again, without Noah Gray today, inactive. Off an injury last week. Holmes flings it down the field and had to get rid of it quickly. He got hit by Solomon Thomas. Pass was headed in the direction of Worthy.
And you'll see at the top of your screen, Thomas is going to get right past Kingsley, 76 there. And this is Mahomes basically throwing the ball away. So that's actually a winning play for a quarterback, because you throw the ball away, no chance of an interception, stay in phase. Great job by Thomas, though, creating the pressure. He's playing really good right now.
Smith-Schuster comes in for the Chiefs on 2nd and 10. And the pass comes over to Worthy again, shoved out by Bland about a yard short of the first.
Yeah, he's in rhythm, seeing the field. Dak's doing the same thing other than the interception. I feel like Dak is playing outstanding football as well. This is a great mano-a-mano, right? Kind of a game where it's like you versus me, and who's going to actually do it and win this game. And Dak, you're right there, playing great this year, but you got to beat the man today. And you got a great opportunity in front of you, but you still got to go through them.
3rd and 1. Operating in Dallas territory again. Moving around Kelsey, who's in there to block as they get Hunt the call, and he picks up the first.
I know you're going to talk about 3rd and 1, Hunt. He's automatic.
He's been close to automatic. But Mahomes so far in this game, 6 for 8, 74 yards and a pair of touchdown throws.
And he's in rhythm. Just watch right here. This is the 3rd and 14 where he just willed it like last week, where he's just going to go ahead and look up. And then the timing on this throw. Before you come out of it and throw a high pointed ball in the back of the end zone, exactly how you teach it. And you see Kelsey doing Kelsey things.
So, new set of downs, 41-yard line of the Cowboys. Going for the home run ball. Looking for Thornton. And 2 Cowboys back there with him. We've got a flag back at the 49-yard line.
Holding, offense number 71. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Hold on, Josh Simmons, the rookie left tackle. And this offensive line, by the way, again, operating without Trey Smith today. Caliendo in for him.
Yeah, and you'll see the hold inside right here. But I want you to watch. That actually is the incredible play. He's going to turn around and come off it. But that's going to be called. And by the way, Odigizua has been playing at a very high level, Jim. I mean, once Quinnen Williams comes in, you're like, what? Am I going to keep playing? No. Yeah, it's only going to help you. And now he's turned it up. They've got a 3-headed monster with Clark, Williams, and Odigizua.
Here's a 1st and 20. They come after him, and Kelsey able to take the catch for only 1 yard. The Odigizua sack of Hurts last week. One of the
You do have a way to get into the playoffs. If you lose, it's really bleak.
Mahomes looking around, making sure he can buy some time. Again, no, he's going down. Cowboys stayed after him, and Clowney eventually got him.
One of the concerns coming into a short week is going to be your ability to plaster on the outside, right? How do we teach it over and over again? They do it. They continue with the coverage. It's a coverage sack, but it's really about rush lane integrity. On a short week, it's really hard because you're not getting all these reps on the practice field. You're walking through. Clowney, this team, you got to continue to play over and over again for 5, 6, 7 seconds like he did there.
Boy, Revel is down for Dallas.
By the way, having Clowney, and by the way, Coach Schottenheimer knows Revel, that's a big one. He's been playing good ball, the 3rd-round pick. They hit on him.
Bread with last night and celebrate Thanksgiving, and some heartfelt speeches by many of our technical team members, really touching. Here's a 3rd and 26 as Rice gets the little wide receiver screen pass, and they get about halfway to the yardage they needed. They give him 10 on that. We'll have a first punt of the game here, Tom.
Yeah, but it's all set up by the longest sack of the year, probably 11.3 seconds on 2nd down for Patrick Mahomes, and that just shows you the effort of this Cowboy team, and they've been leaping off the tape the last few weeks and how their effort.
Ariza is the Chiefs punter, with Winchester, the 2nd longest tenured Chief, to snap it back. 2nd longest tenured to Kelsey. Here is Ariza sending it down to Turpin at the 15. Fair caught there.
I always felt like that'd be tough. A guy standing right in front of you when you're catching it. I know you were a punt returner.
I gave it up. I didn't want the job. Today's game are provided by Nationwide. So the Cowboys force a punt, and here they start this drive from the 15 with Williams coming off that left side. He's got about 4. What a pleasure it is to have Gene Steratore on the road with us. We get him during the playoffs. We get him on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Gino.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, fellas.
Well, you're here, and I don't know if you got the word the hussy, but there's a moratorium on penalties today?
No, it's a great game. 3 fouls, right? 2 holds, a short 5. Look, in these games, get the football down and let the veteran quarterbacks dictate the tempo.
That's exactly right. Great to have you here today.
Good to be here, man.
You know your stuff, and I agree with you. Let's go watch some football and not some flags.
Stand by, Gene. We know we're going to need you. As Dak thought about going up and then goes wide and throws it away. He got hit by Gelati. He got knocked down to the ground. He's having a little chat about it.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you. He's like, are you fine? Yeah, I'm fine, but can you throw a flag? He goes, no, I'm not going to throw a flag. Did you not hear Gene? He just talked about it. We're not going to do it. He's like, yeah, but, I mean, you could.
Gene.
I think you're counting steps there. You're looking at steps, and to me, it's just 1, and then he turns the shoulder, not in the head and neck.
And it's slow replay, not real speed. You know what I mean? That probably played out a little more bang.
Exactly.
So you agree, no flag?
Agree.
Thank you. 3rd and 7. Jones coming after him. Prescott gets it away in time. Ferguson has the first down out to the 30. Got the Cowboys out of a jam. Pickup of 11.
Chris Jones did his part. You'll see him at the top right here. The difference was Dak did his part even better, extending the play and checking it down.
Here's a handoff.
For you to get in the playoffs. You basically have to win out.
Here's Prescott. Saw the pressure and threw it in the area of Ferguson. Basically, the Cowboys, to make the playoffs, we got a flag out. They likely need to beat out 3 of these teams: Chicago, Green Bay, San Francisco, and Detroit. Got to beat out 3 of those 4 teams. They will play Detroit 1 week from tonight, so they can take care and control that a little bit. But all that being said,
member of the offense downfield illegally, number 78. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
I will tell you this, just going through it like you were talking about. If Dallas can win this game today, this is the biggest one, right? We see the Lions. That's their hardest game because they're at Detroit coming up. After that, I think they're going to be favored in every game the rest of the year because a lot of them are at home. and then the finish of the season is going to be okay with Washington and New York. So to me, you got a serious shot of getting in the playoffs if you win today.
Here's Prescott under pressure, able to throw a beautiful pass over to Pickens. And we got another marker down in the area where the ball was caught. Connor was in on the quarterback quickly, who was somehow able to complete it for 12 yards.
This will be interesting because Dak missed the hot route. When people all blitz from your left, where do you throw it? To the left, but he made it work.
Interference, defense, number 35. That penalty is declined. The result of the play, first down.
And that'll be Watson just holding at the top of the route. But Pickens just going up. I'm running a go route. Nope, goodbye. That's a ticky-tack call, but won't matter. But you see, he misses the blitz pressure. That's twice. He had the hot throw on the interception he missed, ended up throwing the interception. We call it hot, meaning no one's blocking this guy. You got to throw it where he blitzes from.
Saw a little tug of the jersey there, Gino. That's probably what they saw, too.
Yeah, just a little tug. You like to see them leave those alone, Jim, right now.
First and 10. Takes the handoff to Lamb and then swings it over to him. And CD's trying to take off. But it gets the double whammy, 2 yards short of the first.
I mean, this is another unblocked rusher that Dak is really doing a great job of beating with the throw, knowing where the outlets are. So you're going to see pressure come from this side. And as soon as it comes, up the middle, he has an outlet in his brain. Throw to where they come from, that side. I think he got a little lucky on the third down that you had a route called that was fast on the other one. But right now, he's in rhythm, Jim.
5 catches for Lamb, who sits out this play. 2nd and 1. They've got the first, and look out. Here goes Davis. Malik Davis sitting in zone, and the Cowboys take the lead.
I'm giving credit on a short week to obviously Malik Davis, but watch, it's a great design play, but I want you to watch the fullback, Lipke right here, gets in there, takes on Bolton, but it was really the fact that Kansas City hadn't seen that formation. On a short week, you don't get to rep it. You're like, where's this ball gonna go? We don't know how to fit the gaps. Touchdown, what a monster play.
An 85-yard drive in 8 plays.
And Dak kind of willed that drive too.
Certainly did, a couple of times under heavy heat.
Yep.
Extra point, good by Aubrey. 43 yards for number 43. And the Cowboys are now on. Now Mahomes and the Chiefs will try to answer as Malik Davis has his 2nd career touchdown and his longest career rush. Pretty impressive. He showed some juice on that run, Tony.
He did. And it was bad timing by Chris Jones to go outside of his gap a little bit there. A couple guys, but it's really the play design, and you said it. Davis showing that burst. That's why he gets more carries, Jim.
Yeah. He's had a dizzying number of ups and downs off the practice squad and active roster. Waived by the Cowboys in April, re-signed in August, waived again late August on the final cuts, re-signed to the practice squad.
Biggest run of.
It goes on and on and on. Up and down he goes, but today straight to the end zone. Here's Thornton on the return to the 32. The most. Okay, the Cowboys now see what the defense could do. Their offense just took it 85 yards. And riding down on Hunt is Dante Fowler.
Well, I want you to watch Chris Jones. Once he gets outside, if it's a play action, it would have been huge. But you just didn't shorten that space in there and gave just enough. And look at him. It's on me. It's not on you, Bolton. It's not on you guys. It's on me. You love that from one of your leaders for sure.
He's trying to get a sack of his old college teammate from Mississippi State, Dak Prescott, who we got a number of times the last time they played. That is Kareem Hunt for a first down out to about the 46. As you look at the time, 2:25 and counting, the Chiefs have a great chance here to double up. Remember, they deferred at the top.
It's true, and you're going to go ahead and take this all the way down to the 2-minute warning. But to me, Kareem Hunt having 30 carries, they might even try and get a snap off here. But if you have 3 timeouts, I wouldn't. I would just try and draw them off sides.
Well, they go ahead and run the play. Back to Hunt for another 3.
Yeah, I don't love that. I'd have waited. That way with 3 timeouts. If you have 1 timeout, I agree with it. 2 on offense and Ash on defense. But today, both these team seasons, Thanksgiving matters dramatically.
Big time, big time. And this is a big last 2 minutes of the first half, too. Pacheco in the game.
Might have gotten offsides here.
And the heave down the field. Oh, it could have caught it. Worthy had Bland behind him. Maybe Bland got a hand on it, but it looked like the Cowboys jumped.
Well, that's why you throw it up as a quarterback. As soon as you see him jump off sides, the difference is Worthy didn't see it.
Defense number 90. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
He could have said 90, 92, 90,
take your
41.
Pick. Watch this. Did Bland get a hand? Well, his hand was in there a bit. Would have been a 36-yard completion.
But the idea is the receiver has to see that they jumped offside so his head gets around earlier so you can track the ball. And he just didn't get around to the end, and Bland did a great job. He's been playing outstanding, by the way.
2nd and 3 to Pacheco. And Overshown was waiting for him. Now you got a 3rd and 2.
And this Overshown,
he's something else. He'll bring some passion.
Is the real deal.
A heavy dose of it.
Oh, he in space, is in space tackling, like out in space tackling, was really apparent last week against Philadelphia. He was all over the place. No one could break a tackle, even when you can go either direction. That's rare. Now we got a monster play, 3rd and 2.
Overshown from Tyler, Texas, hometown of Patrick Mahomes. He called it the Battle of the 903 area code. He wants a sack on him today. Here's Mahomes again, able to get the 1st down, scrambling. Picked up 4.
I mean, he beats the spy. It's a correct defensive call again. But the difference is he's actually using his leverage against Murray Jr. twice.
On 1st down. Staying in the pocket, throwing it incomplete in the area of Juju.
Smart.
2nd and 10.
This is the play right here. This will determine whether they're going to actually have a chance at a touchdown or not, in my opinion.
Going to be a flag thrown on Simmons as Pacheco is able to take off for it. The left tackle was able to basically win a wrestling match, but called for an infraction, I'm sure. Simmons took his defender to the ground.
Holding, offense number 71. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
You saw it right when it was happening in real time. Just go ahead and watch the top of your screen. There's our 1st-round pick.
What's this?
Oh.
Can't quite do it that way.
I'm not so sure. I think Gene.
Yeah, I think when you get there and you turn in that leverage there, Tony, at the end, he's got great feet. He just needs a punch and keep in front of him.
That's the 2nd holding call in this half on Simmons. 2nd and 20.
It's well said, Gino. Well, that was the play where I said you had a chance at a touchdown or not, and that means no touchdown.
Pump fake, stepping up, taking off. Overshown, able to knock the ball out of his hands in the battle of the 903s.
Look at you area coding things.
That's Overshown having a little chat there. He went to ARP High School in Tyler, while Patrick went to White House High School, and Overshown grew up with his younger brother Jackson. He couldn't wait for this matchup, and again he said to get a sack on Mahomes in this game, it's mandatory. He almost got a forced fumble. Well, it was a forced fumble, but goes out of bounds.
I call him the eraser.
Yeah.
He's the eraser. He makes up for mistakes for other people and just figures out how to get it done.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by each team. Illegal formation, offense number 71. Illegal use of the hands, illegal contact, correction, illegal contact, defense, number 34. Both fouls will offset. Replay, 2nd down.
So Overshown, yeah, he got the forced fumble, was trying to get a takeaway, but all things washed out here for a 2nd down and 20.
This is actually a really unique situation right here. Where's Butker's line, right? Where can he kick from? Indoors. You got to assume the 40, he'll take a chance. Even the 45. No sacks. Trying to see if it's man or zone. No one runs in with him. So it's zone. You could check the ball down, something inside.
Quick toss over to Worthy. Cowboys hold him to a short gain as Bridges is there waiting for him. Yeah, you see the target line. That marks the point of what would be Butker's career long, a 62-yarder.
Wow. That's a great line then. I like that. Basically where he's kicked his longest field goal
Exactly.
from. That is exactly where that line should be. I like that.
Jawan Taylor, by the way, just came to the sideline, the right tackle, holding an elbow, his right elbow. Jalen Moore comes in for him, and it's 3rd and 16.
Watch out. This is Quinnen Williams territory right here. They're new after the trade. 2 games played. He's been dominant in these situations.
Mahomes able to slip out of it. Still has it. We got a flag on the field. Right on the sideline. And the Chief sideline was calling for that.
Well, this is interesting because if he's in the field of play, it can't really be a penalty on the Cowboys.
It looked like he might have still been in the field of play,
It looked
Gene.
like it a little bit.
Yeah.
There is no foul on the play.
Yeah.
The ruling is an incomplete pass.
That's a good job, fellas. The other thing I was looking at was Mahomes' knee down on the ground before he released the football as well.
Yeah, that was clearly shoved by Fowler. A good yard still, 2 yards inside the field of play. I see what you're talking about there with the shin, the knee. But in the end, it's 4th and 16. Ariza comes in to punt.
Not worth going back and changing it, Gene, even if he was down because they're punting anyway. So the 2-3 yards wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
Tone, that
Let's
may be
just
the
keep the
case.
game going.
Yes. They look like they're having a little conversation right now, though,
Yeah.
Tony. That may be what they're doing.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's 3 yards, guys. It's a punt.
Put the ball at the 38-yard line, and it will be 4th down.
Not the 38. That was close, John, who is great. It's the 48.
So if he's down here, Gene, he's actually, the clock should be running.
Yes, Jim. So they went from a stop clock on the field to finding out he's down inbounds, which would then create a running clock. They'll look at Dallas and Coach Schottenheimer.
And he should take a
See if he
timeout.
wants that timeout now to avoid the 10-second deduction. Yes.
And he should. Dallas should take a timeout. That way you have a chance at a block punt and a field goal.
All right, Gene, I don't see anything here as far as a Cowboy timeout, and the clock has not started yet. Gene, I thought,
Yeah, I'm thinking that Dallas must have called the timeout there, fellas. They went back and put 18 seconds on the clock, and it stopped.
okay. Riza, it's a knuckleball. Got almost blocked there by Leo Fowl. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Walmart. Halftime report coming up, and the crew back in New York have the story of the Packers' big win. Love's 4 touchdown passes in that victory at Detroit. And Post Malone, who has incredible ties. Not only did his community raised in Grapevine nearby, but his dad used to work concessions at Cowboy home games.
He did.
Post Malone.
Talked about it. Old Texas Stadium. I was there a time or two, and Post Malone, you're one of my all-time favorites. Can't wait to see him here at halftime.
Cowboys, they hand it off. Williams,
I don't like that.
is going to pick up.
You know, we fumbled
8
one
yards.
time, like 2008 or 9, just handing it off with 15 seconds, and we fumbled, and they got a field goal attempt. It's like, just down it.
Cowboys will go to the locker room with the lead. And we go down to Tracy.
Thanks a lot. And Coach, after a fast start, 2 straight punts, what do you got get back?
Chiefs ran for more yardage than they passed for in that first half. So Albright about to just pooch it. He barely has to even touch it with that cannon of a leg. And here's Smith. And Rashard Smith, who went here to SMU his last year at college, is near midfield with a big return to open the quarter, open the half. And earlier, Tracy caught up with Brian Schottenheimer.
Coach, you overcame the early turnover. Your defense continues to play with confidence. What was the message to your team as you take the field in the second half?
Well, we just said keep attacking the ball. We feel like we're going to get the ball out. We got to protect the ball, obviously, but hey, it's who can do right longer. It's going to be a 4-quarter battle. They're a great team, right? We're playing with a lot of confidence, but I like our chances.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
His dad coached in this game for Kansas City at Dallas in 1995 on Thanksgiving. And there's a little handoff to Hunt for 4 to begin this drive with 94 yards now rushing for Kansas City.
This is right here. It took a little longer because there's only about 4 possessions. Obviously, Dallas had the last play at the end per team. Both coaching staffs have a beat on what the plan is for both teams now. How do you adjust and what are you going to do?
Taylor is still out at right tackle. Got hurt late second quarter. Moore is in for him, who played much of this season at left tackle when Simmons was out for a month. And again, they stay on the ground, and this time they stuff Hunt. It'll be 3rd and 6. And for more on the injuries, let's go back down to Trace.
Right, Jim, you mentioned Jalen Moore in there right now for right tackle Jawan Taylor. He is questionable with that elbow injury he suffered in the first half. And an update on safety Brian Cook. He tried to play through it. He was going to play on just 3rd downs. As of now, he is listed as questionable to return with that right ankle injury.
All right, Trace. So Andy Reid and his team, after that good return by Smith, can they take advantage of it? They've got to pick up 6 for a first. Mahomes looking over and connects with Brown, and Hollywood Brown has the first down.
They should pick this up. This is not offensive pass interference, which I think they're going to call.
Pass interference, offense number 1. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 3rd down.
That wipes out a 14-yard completion.
I think this is wrong. Watch Worthy. He's just going to run up, and they're calling this a pick. The guy guarding him, he runs into the guy guarding him. He doesn't pick the guy guarding Hollywood Brown. He runs into the guy guarding him. That is, he's like, listen, that's the guy guarding me. You know how many times I run into him? Every play.
Did you like that call, Gene?
Yeah, you know what? Even though he's not the player guarding the receiver, Jim, that contact and separation is not legal in that scenario.
Okay, here's Pacheco taking the pass and coming up about 6 yards short as he's bounced out at the Dallas 49-yard line. Oh, Mahomes is shaken up. He is quickly made aware of the fact it's 4th down. And he's trying to move on to the next play. Nope, they're going to bring the punting unit out. They think about it for a second. He started to go back like he wanted to go in a huddle. But they're going to punt. So they make nothing of the good return and the good starting point.
He also wants to talk to the ref right there about the pick call. But right there, 2 huge stops by Dallas. End of the first half and the beginning of the second.
A rise up with no pressure. Did he hit it too far? Hits right at the 1. Oh, tiptoeing and staying in play is Knowles, Kevin Knowles. My goodness, what a big play this is. And look at the ball just drop dead at the 1. Kevin Knowles, yes, you're in play. Ball at the 1. Second half with the lead. And here's Javonte able to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. There was a big discussion during that break on the Chiefs sideline. Hussey and the officials came over to talk to Matt Nagy, Mahomes, Andy Reid about that pick play that was called.
And he's telling Matt Nagy, you get out of here, because he was complaining as well. And here's the play again. He's guarding Worthy. And that's where it's like, I already told you what I think about it. But I can see both sides, but definitely I'd probably err on the Chiefs side there, even though Gino knows the rule by heart.
2nd and 7 goes back to Williams. And now you got the Cowboys facing a 3rd and 3.
The bigger issue, though, ultimately is just how many times that's happened to the Chiefs on big plays this year. We saw it last week, right, Jim? They were able to overcome it, but most of the year they haven't. These penalties happen on monster plays.
Well, Andy talked to Tracy about it going to the locker room about how, again, they're menaced by the penalties, and they get a big one that took a 1st down away from them in Dallas territory on that drive.
How does Dak handle this pressure type look?
3rd and 3. Gets rid of it quickly, and Pickens says he caught it. The Chiefs say no, and the officials agree with Kansas City.
And he's not showing me enough demonstrative like mannerisms to show me that he did catch it, which means he did drop it.
He did give a little bit of an effort to try to convince him.
He tried, but he knew. He's like, wait, no, I'm telling you.
Come on, George.
If you caught it, you'd be yelling at your coach, right? Throw the flag. Come on, what? No, I caught it. It was a perfect play call.
We've lost a lot of great actors in the league since replay has become so conclusive.
Yeah.
They know you're going to get outed anyway, so why go through it all?
Back in the day, the acting mattered a lot more.
It was good.
Now
I miss it.
We're going to see it eventually here.
I like the replay, but I do miss it.
It takes too much time, you said. I like it.
Here's Anger. His first punt is a deep one to the 28. Remigio takes the 62-yard boot, about 4 or 5 yards upfield. And Kansas City able to hold the Cowboys from their homes on this holiday.
They're helping provide joy. So many. And what a special treat we get today. Cowboys Chiefs, this was on the radar before the season, and now it's shaped up to be a monster game.
They punted now the last 3 times they've had it when they looked unstoppable early. Here's Rice able to shrug off the hit by Overshown and pick up short yardage. And we were talking to Andy Reid, who loved John Madden. We know that, and remains probably the closest tie to Coach Madden in his days in the league. But he grew up in Los Angeles near Dodger Stadium, and he loved playing on Thanksgiving Day with his buddies. They called it the Turkey Bowl. His buddies Bob Vogel, Ted Pallas, Bob Becerra, Andre Jones, Ward Nakamura. He said it was even better if it rained. They would go out and watch the games, and then at halftime they go resume their little turkey bowl and play football. How many kids have done that? He's a football man since a kid. And as you see, Kelsey gets close to that first down.
One of those guys named Turtle.
Turtle. Remember, that was Andy. I said, Andy, we're going to mention your buddies. We'll make sure Turtle gets on there. That was Bob Becerra. So I know Andre's passed his buddies, but I was talking to Tammy Reed about it too last night. Andy's such a loyal guy with all those ties, his buddies. And Thanksgiving was special. He was a young kid, and now he gets to coach on this day.
I remember those days just like he described it. Playing football at some point, like, I want to go play. I'm watching the game.
3rd and 1, and they stuff him. How about
crazy?
Kareem Hunt had been 22 of 26 on 3rd or 4th and 1, but not this time.
Oh my gosh, this is rare. And guess who did it?
Sam Williams and Quinnen Williams down low.
Williams on the bottom and the top. Quinnen Williams does a great job smashing Josh Simmons back into the backfield. Sam, but they're going for this, Jim.
At their own 46.
As big a play as they've had all year. I'm not saying the season's on the line. I'm just saying huge play right here.
Can the Eberflus defense stiffen again? From the gun. Toss it to Wiley. And he picks up the first down. He threw that big block on the Rice touchdown on the second play of offense for the Chiefs. And now he comes in and makes the play.
Well, I want you to know Wiley, who's going right here in motion. Do you want to know what you would never prepare for on a short week? A guy who's not caught a pass this year.
Yep. Well, it's active because Noah Gray's out.
I know. And that's why I'm like, they're going to use him in the biggest situation because no one would ever prepare for it. Exactly. That's Andy Reid's special.
By the way, that was a classic Andy Reid Turkey Bowl play right there.
Yes.
A little schoolyard play as now Mahomes drops back to the 40. It's going deep. And it's just not there. Coverage was airtight as well by Bell on Kelsey.
And they tried to get him into a zone matchup, and they ended up playing man. It's a great job by Bell, just like running with him, and the ball's a little high, but everyone was covered on that play. It's a two-man route, basically. You're trying to guess right. Good job by Eberflus being prepared for a shot play. He's done a great job, right? Like,
they get some players back.
Defense, yes. Hey, we're all better when we got good players, I promise you, but the combination of him with them has really helped.
2nd and 10, Pacheco trying to get a running start. It's going to be a 3rd and 4 coming up. Overshown on the tackle, trying to keep this drive alive that was extended thanks to Jared Wiley's 2nd career NFL reception.
We all look at data. Who do you throw to on 3rd and short? How many times do you run the ball? What we don't look at is someone who doesn't play and doesn't catch the ball. They did it, but they're going to need another one right here.
We watch him in practice. He's a really great looking athlete, Wiley. He just can't get time with Kelsey and Gray and Tanyan. And now they convert again on a 3rd and 4 this time at the Dallas 44. Mahomes throws over the head of Rice. Bland was on the coverage. Well, you went for it on 4th and 1, and now 4th and 4. They're going to bring Ariza back out to punt.
I want you to watch Rice. He should have stemmed up and then flattened this route. Watch, he's going to keep going, and then he widens, and he gets deeper. That means the defender can undercut it. Now, Mahomes way too high on this throw, but that should have been an easy completion there, just off schedule.
Interesting decision. You're going to punt here. You could have gone for it, or you could have had Butker try a 62-yarder, which would have matched his career long and could have tied the game. So Ariza's punt. How about this? He's 4 for 4, and that once again is the same guy down there, Knowles, fielding it. He's 4 for 4 on pinning him inside the 20, this time at the 10.
That's why you punt, because you trust your punter to put him there.
The coach is a broadcaster, and of course his game will live forever.
Oh, you're not kidding.
So here the Cowboys take over at the 4 on 1st and 10, throwing from out of the end zone, and Bolton is there along with Hicks.
Well,
that's Ferguson on the catch.
They just pressured there. This is going to be the key. We said it earlier. Keys to the game. Early in the game, came after him on the first 3rd down. Prescott didn't see it coming, throws the interception. But since then, he's been beating pressure. Even when you don't see everything, you can't get it always right against Spags. But Dak has done an incredible job. He has been outstanding. We said and showed you earlier in the game, keys to the game, Dak versus this pressure. He's been great all year, been good after that first interception.
Here comes a blitz with Bolton, who gets taken down as Prescott throws it across the middle to Flournoy, and McDuffie is there to help break it apart. Javonte Williams helped pick up the blitz.
He did a great job to have that kind of time with internal pressure. Give Williams a ton of credit. This is going to be a holding penalty on Kansas City, getting Dallas out of their own end zone.
By the way, Dak.
Unless they pick it up, because they're taking a while, but it should be.
Holding. Defense number 27. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st down.
So Dak has not been sacked today. He's been pressured, as you just showed, but watch the hold here. Connor on Lamb.
You're going to play man-to-man and pressure. It's going to be hard. That's definitely a penalty. Lamb even helps you out with his hands going up.
Cowboys come out throwing 2 plays from the 4-yard line to start this drive.
I like it. I'd have done the same, because, you know, Spags is going to come after you, and now he kind of has to calm down, and now you run it.
Here's Turpin coming out of the backfield, and Turpin able to slip through it. Finally, Hicks is able to shove him out, but a big gain as they were able to sneak in Kevontae Turpin into the backfield. He goes for 25 yards.
This is what I talk about. Now all of a sudden you're going to get all these guys playing soft, and you go to Turpin in the backfield, who's your returner, kind of gadget guy, we call it, but the speed you see. If he's in the backfield, Jim, do you think he's running between the tackles? Probably not, right?
Yep.
Just a great job by Brian Schottenheimer on this series.
From the 40. There's Dak coming back over to CD. And Lamb gets tripped up just enough by Watson. A yard or two short of the 50 and the 1st. By the way, in honor of Coach Madden's legacy, the NFL is auctioning off game-worn and game-used items from today's Thanksgiving Day matchups to help support the John Madden Foundation. And visit NFL.com/auction to bid on these authentic items and support John's long-standing commitment to underserved youth. We'll call it 2nd and 2.
They're going to sell it to stop this run. Play action has a chance.
Dak going deep. Lamb is held up, and that's going to draw a flag on McDuffie.
This is what makes Dallas so good.
Pass interference. Defense number 22. The ball he placed the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
This is so challenging just to have these two receivers out there, Jim. So few teams have two number ones outside. And as soon as you're going to guess that they're going to run the ball, you leave guys on an island. And McDuffie doesn't get, he's not been in this much trouble all year. Today's been a tough one for him.
That's a 27-yard penalty. I want you to take note of these play calls by Shoddy.
After assistance from replay, we're moving the ball to the 20-yard line, which is where the foul occurred.
Another 5 yards closer to the end zone.
32.
Yep. So this is such an interesting thing. We did the Dallas at Denver game, and when we were talking to Dak about it, he said that Schottenheimer said to him, I was too conservative. And he says, hey, don't ever let me do that again. And look at this play calling as they're driving down the field. Now, this is just a generic run, but it's a good one. This is after you saw Turpin coming out of the backfield. A sequence of pass plays, and the Cowboys have gone from their own 4 now down to the Kansas City 13.
We've always talked about you got to go win the game against the Chiefs all those years, right? They look vulnerable this year, but to your point, you're exactly right. If you play it close to the vest, don't have anything risky or anything, you can't beat the best teams. Comes out throws, you said, the first 2 plays of this drive. That gets him out of the hole. Then you throw this toss to Turpin. Then you take the shot downfield. Well, that gets the defense to stop calling stuff that's coming after you.
2nd and 2. Prescott to the end zone, and it's pulled down by Ferguson for a touchdown with 2 defenders draped all over him. And the old Ezekiel Elliott tradition is rekindled.
The leader at the tight end position in the National Football League in touchdowns, Jake Ferguson, unsung hero a little bit with the guys on the outside, but he is a great, great football player. And what a throw by Dak Prescott and an answer. And I think he might be out of bounds, actually, as we're saying this, Jim. Does that right foot ever get in? Oh, my gosh, he's out of bounds. I think he's out of bounds. As we were watching it, never gets the shin down.
The previous play is under review.
I don't see the right foot, leg, knee, anything ever touching in bounds, Gene.
Yeah, the right foot doesn't get down. I was looking at his shin, but I think it's going to go incomplete, Jim.
Yep. What an effort by Ferguson. We'll wait and see the official verdict after this. They looked at it, and everything we saw going to break, never got the 2nd foot down, as much as he tried.
It's crazy. We were talking about how incredible, and it was great effort, by Ferguson. But as we're watching it in real time, I'm like, oh, you didn't. But now here we go.
Overturn.
Big 3rd and 3.
Big 3rd and 3 from the 13.
Haven't used the quarterback's legs yet today much. Might be time.
Prescott's going to throw it, fling it, one-on-one coverage. Watson was on Lamb, who looks around for a flag, but there isn't one.
Well, he's also looking to be like, Dak, I couldn't find the ball, too. He's like, I can't see it. You threw it before I turned. Get your eyes back around earlier down here. The ball's already in the air. By the time he turns, he's like, where's the ball?
I told you how Schottenheimer said, don't let me ever be conservative again. He's certainly not. He's going for it on 4th and 3.
Big situations. Kansas City will not sit back. They're coming after you. No safeties back. Everyone's down in here. Dak, command at the offense. We said a key. He's going to a new play.
Or are they going to run a play at all?
They didn't. They tried to draw him off sides. Going to kick the field goal.
I think that's the prudent decision, Tony.
I don't know. Tough one. Little banter. You can talk me into either way. I can see the field goal. I can see going for it. The reason not go for it, Jim, you know they're coming after you with everybody.
Yep.
Are you any good on the outside at wide receiver?
I would say we got two
Pickens
great
pretty
teams
good.
at that. You know,
Lamb pretty
seriously,
good.
both
Yep.
of them.
Ferguson,
Yep.
leading the league in touchdowns.
Both of those wideouts. Plus, we know Ferguson can do things. But anyway, it's Aubrey.
Yeah.
36 yards.
If I know what you're doing, I'm going for it.
Kick is good. Again, automatic. Inside the 50. 28 in a row. Cowboys widen the lead to 6. And the Cowboys have put up the last 13 points. Here's the kick down to Thornton. Look at the Cowboy cover. Wow. Wow, was that impressive. That was James Houston just hammering him on the return.
Love that music. I'm going to keep saying it every time.
It's in my head. There's a handoff for just a yard to Hunt. Not seeing the running lanes like he did in that first
this
half.
defense is for real.
There's Charlotte Jones with our president and CEO David Burson and his wife Katie here at the game today.
There they are. They're seeing themselves. Hey, guys. All great people.
Yep. 2nd and 9 as they move Hunt back, flanking Mahomes. His offense has been stalled for a while. Mahomes tries to, oh, it's Rice. Tried to fake out Odigizua, and he still was right in his face when he released that throw, and it goes for 28 yards to Rashee Rice.
Wow, this is going to be Rice just like last week. He gets up over the middle. And last week he was versus 2-man where he ran across the field. But they went to him in that 4th quarter, and it's getting close here. Mahomes right at the line of scrimmage, getting tracked down by Odigizua. But this is that phase where you're behind. Your season's right there at the line.
That was their longest play for the game as Hunt gets the call again. Got a defender on him quickly. Logan Wilson, just his 3rd game as a Cowboy. That was kind of a quiet trade a couple of weeks ago, getting him from Cincinnati. But
quietly big.
Yes, as Eberflus told us, he is the hammer. I used that term on Houston's hit on the return a minute ago, but man, he's going to be a big part of this Cowboy defense for a while.
Yep, and they needed it too. I mean, this was a really, I'm going to say, bad unit early in the year, but you also have like 6 new guys basically playing right now.
2nd and 3. They get an arm on him. Now he throws it in the direction of Rice to get the incompletion. Sam Williams almost got to him, Tony.
This ball has to get out early. There's 5 guys rushing. 5 pass rushers. This is why Dallas has been really good. And what a job by Sam Williams.
Wow. He just rolled right past Wanye Morris, just ran him over.
Yes. And it's a good job by Mahomes getting the ball out. But to me, if you got 5 guys with their hand on the ground, it means everyone's one-on-one. Someone's going to win. Ball has to get out quicker. You got to call quicker plays. Coach Reed, I think he's starting to understand that. See the 5 guys right here on the line? Got to get this ball out quickly.
3rd and 3. They've been here once before in this quarter. Now they've got it to Hunt, and they're going to be able to move the drive on down the field as he's shoved out by Wilson. That's 22 yards after 28 went to Rice, 22 here to Hunt.
This is going to be, you got to guard this route. The problem is they bring everyone across. You got to go underneath, and this is what makes Andy Reid incredible. Andy Reid, truly, look at Mahomes. He just pretends to look to the right to hold Logan Wilson. But Andy Reid, when he gets a beat on you, Jim, it's over. You can't do it back-to-back plays. He's calling what you just did successfully.
He's got backup tackles in, both left and right, with Morris and Moore. Mahomes looking to load it up. The ball falls incomplete. Worthy was over there. Cowboys were on him.
They pretended to throw a screen, and they were going to take a shot. But Bland was all over it, over the top. Didn't fall for it. Smart. Dak has played a really, outside of the interception early, I'm impressed, right? in a big-time moment, and he's impressed, too, with himself. It's just impressive to watch the impressiveness.
Well, that's an impressive comment.
Impressive is.
2nd and 10 from the 22.
Wow.
Got Rice. Boy, Rice is so dangerous in the middle of that field. He's got a 1st and goal to go, set up for Kansas City after a pickup of 13.
I mean, he's going to pretend to throw the flat route, and it's a complete no-look that made the angles. Look at this. He's looking way over here, and he throws this ball back inside, which is why the safety doesn't take the right angle bell. There's only 1 or 2 people that I ever see do that.
Yeah, he
does it better than him.
He is a master of the no-look pass, that's for sure.
And Stafford, I saw do it last week.
1st and goal from the 9. Hunt off the right side. Oh boy, that is Wilson knocks him back.
Williams and Wilson, those are 2 guys who weren't here 3 weeks ago.
Picked them both up on the trade deadline. Those 2 are making a difference.
Well, here's one of them. He comes down the line. Oh, we got you both in the trade.
Yep.
Sit down, Kareem. Not versus this new team.
2nd and goal. Seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Red zone, the game in a nutshell. Do they score a touchdown or kick field goals?
Here's Mahomes connecting at the 4 with Rice. Ball came out of his hands, by the way, and a Cowboy defender has it. Are they going to say he was down?
Is the crowd going to influence the refs?
The runner's knee was down by contact. 3rd down.
That runs out the clock on the 3rd quarter.
It looked like his knee was actually down. We'll see. Yeah, he's down.
Yeah, he's down.
Getting tense. Thanksgiving.
4th quarter. Coming up next on
Jim.
CBS. Here we go. Welcome back to AT&T Stadium and the start of the 4th quarter. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson, Gene Steratore, and the Kansas City Chiefs face a huge 3rd and goal down 6. They have been again held without a point in quarters 2 and 3, but they start the 4th right here on the precipice of taking the lead.
Right here, right now. I think that's Van Halen, I believe, but this is their season in some ways. Huge play. Both teams, fan bases.
Spread them out. Mahomes from the gun to the back of the end zone. It was going for Rice, and it's incomplete. Running right there with him was Revel, and they're staying out here. Wow. On 4th and goal.
Overshown is tall, but Revel is a revelation, this 3rd-round pick who has really come on and started to figure this game out. He is a home run. This is an interesting decision. I would kick this field goal, whereas with Dallas, I would have gone for it earlier.
Let's see what they draw up. Andy's always got some sort of interesting call inside the 5 when he needs it. Here's Mahomes rolling in trouble. Now throws, and is pulled down for the catch. The touchdown by Rice.
I can tell you why they went for it, Jim. Your season's on the line. You got Patrick Mahomes, who's never not made the AFC Championship in his entire career. There's nothing on this play. Like, there's nothing. Nothing's open. Nothing's anywhere. I would tell you that's like, oh, this is backyard football. Well, there's nobody better. And running to his left and making the ball go back to his right at the exact time on a post-up route. Wow.
Now for the lead, the extra point. 21-20 Kansas City. Rice was able to kind of box out and out-battle Triquez Bridges for the football. Wow. Number 4 on 4th and 4. His 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Mahomes suite erupts in joy as Mahomes has put him back on top.
Options, by the way, before you go there. Guess who took over late in the game last week?
Same combo.
Same right?
Combo.
You know where he's going. He does live here, doesn't he?
He does. Patrick said his Thanksgiving, as you see, Butker kick it down to about the 6. Troop into about the 32. Mahomes said they would watch the Cowboys game after eating. Fake the handoff to Williams. And Prescott's pass, only defenders in the area. Pressure by Noddy.
Well, it ended up being an accidental hit with Tranquil. So you're going to watch, you're going to go inside, and then the linebacker Tranquil is looking at the quarterback. So it's a correct no call because both guys truly are not looking at each other.
Pickens, by the way, has been held to 2 catches for 22 yards. And none in this half.
When you've been as dominant as you've been, it's very hard to go against the Chiefs. They will game plan around you, although it is a short week. So that is impressive right now by Spagnuolo.
2nd and 10. Going to go to the sideline. Look how tightly covered that was. Oh, the flag comes in. McDuffie's going to get flagged again on Lamb.
Pass interference, defense number 22. Ball he placed at spot of the foul. Automatic, first down.
2nd DPI of this game on McDuffie.
Gene?
You know, Tony, when these 2 players get squared up like that equal, I'd like to just see that let alone and let the big guys play right there.
Handoff, Williams. Finds an opening. Williams plows ahead for 11. He's accustomed to going against the Chiefs, having spent his first 4 years in Denver, seeing them twice a year, although he did battle injuries during that time, so they weren't complete years.
And you see the misdirection, people going back, but it's just another great job. Clayton Adams coming over, and this coaching staff has great rush angles, I call it, for the offensive linemen, and the misdirection. Schottenheimer's calling a great game. They just got to finish.
Here's the pass play, and well guarded as Bolton just somehow throws down Ferguson. And we'll throw it down to Tracy. Trace.
Jim, something to keep an eye on. Dallas played the end of that last drive without their starting cornerback and their starting safety. Malik Hooker is dealing with a back injury. Deron Bland is dealing with a left foot injury, just came out of the locker room. And as for Kansas City, guys, they are now down 3 starting offensive linemen. Left tackle Josh Simmons has a wrist injury. He is questionable to return.
Wow.
And you got Simmons out, Smith was inactive, and Taylor's out. Ball deflected on the 2nd and 8. By the way, the ball's at the 45. You could say they're already in Aubrey range for what could be a field goal to take the lead. Look at Hicks. Remember the play he made early in the game to help force the interception?
That was huge too, because that probably was going to be an easy completion. Even though it looks like Watson was all over him, the slant was going to be open there on a safety blitz. Monster play right here.
Aubrey already meditating over what would be a 63-yard field goal.
Nobody's helping over the top over here.
3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz. Yeah, you saw it, Tony. There's Pickens, who pirouettes around the defender and takes off past Edwards. Oh my gosh! What a leap that was. That was insane.
You're not kidding. That was insane. He's so smooth. He's so talented. And yes, they will sign him this offseason. Pressure comes from the right. Throw the ball to the right. But this is what makes him next level that we almost will see again.
Well, because they're at the line, quickly to the line.
I would too, because now you can throw a quick little thing and run.
Prescott looking. Chanel is right there, and Chanel with a flag coming out.
Yeah, this could be on the offense, actually. You can't block when the quarterback throws the football. I think Dak made, Ferguson think that he was going to run the ball.
Pass interference, offense number 87. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Wow. Well, the 39-yard play to Pickens and his ability. Here's the penalty first.
Well, he thinks Dak's going to run. But when the quarterback throws the ball, you can't really block beforehand.
Watch
this. But look at this. Oh, gosh, I haven't done that in a week or two.
Yeah, that's why you
at least maybe a month. I'm going to give it a month since I've jumped.
While you're limping around with a torn hamstring right now.
He's so good.
Here's Williams.
And by the way, CD dominated the early portion of this game. George's been quiet. Now here he comes. This is what makes Dallas so challenging to go against. But truly, this game will come down to who finishes touchdowns and field goals. opportunity right here. Last week, 9 targets, 9 receptions. This week, a little bit tougher against this Kansas City defense.
But that third one certainly
Was a big one.
got this place
Rocking.
to a whole new level of enthusiasm as a 2nd and goal.
It's just crazy how much the playoff implications are in this game. That's with every play.
2nd and goal play. It's Pickens. He's within a yard of the goal line.
It's just so smart, the play calling. The double slant, tosser option right here, we call it. This is one of those plays they've ran 4 or 5 times today versus the coverages that Kansas City runs. 2 slants inside, and what a move. Do you see the way that he makes him feel vertical and then comes back inside, Jim? Impressive.
They spotted it, Tony, actually all the way back to the 3-yard line for a critical 3rd and 3.
Going to be a timeout. This is too big a play.
Timeout called by Dallas.
Can't be rushed in this, although that is big.
Charge timeout. Dallas.
Schottenheimer comes all the way down to the line of scrimmage and calls that one.
I mean, you can just feel the tension, right? Like, it's a playoff game in the regular season that we talked about earlier in some ways, in a lot of ways, and every play your season's kind of uniquely almost on the line.
The interesting thing is the options you're going to have if you fail from here, because again, field goal would give you the lead, though.
Yeah, but Mahomes is, obviously your defense always stops Mahomes at the end of the game, right? This year, but last week, no.
Okay,
I'm going for it.
3rd and goal. Can they convert here? Prescott looking around in trouble.
He did.
Flips it to Williams for the touchdown at the last moment. Javonte was open and waiting for it.
Last week, we saw Patrick Mahomes will his team to a victory in the 4th quarter. On this drive, I just saw Dak Prescott will his team to the lead right there. Monster drive.
That's exactly what that was. As Prescott was looking for options, thought about running, and then gave it up at the last second to Williams. What a find he has been. And of course, they're going to go for 2. Dak getting just a last word on the sideline with Schottenheimer.
Sometimes the headphones go out, right? And you can't get it, the communication, so you got to go run out there and yell to them. And you got to just hope your quarterback knows what to do with all the different situations that can come up.
To make it a 7-point lead. Prescott, 2nd and 3rd options. He's looking, has to release it, and it's caught! It's Pickens who got him most of the way there. And the Cowboys take the 28-21 lead. Oh, there is a flag back at the 13-yard line.
I think it's after the snap. I think it's going to be roughing the passer. I think this is going to stand. Talked about Prescott willing his team on that drive. Let's put the 2-point conversion into that category. Unbelievable play.
Pickens on the drive had 50 yards receiving, and plus the 2-point conversion if it holds up.
Yep, it will, because he's running the sideline happy. Unbelievable, Dak. Well done.
Personal foul, defense, number 90, roughing the passer. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The try is good.
Omena, who roughs the quarterback. That hit right there at Pickens. What a little tiptoe, too. Schottenheimer loving what he's seeing. These amazing shots of today's game are provided by Nationwide. Dak Prescott, a little wink to his teammate. You said he's loving what was going on out here before he even took him on that drive.
Well, he's a veteran now. He just feels it, and these opportunities are so rare. So
they get to kick it, by the way, here at the 50, Tony, because of that penalty.
Yep. You're roughing the passer. They took it on the kickoff.
Here's the kick. They got a flag out.
This is interesting. They might be doing this to get field position. Gene?
Yeah, this is a little loop in the rule, guys. Now, they may have multiple fouls. We see a flag up front. Let's see what John Hussey has first.
That is interesting. We've seen Belichick, Vrabel, some guys read the rule book all the way to the nth level, and I think you might have a guy go off sides, maybe on purpose it looked like. Oh, you intentionally kick it out of bounds, but I think someone might have accidentally gone off sides. Now that I saw it up on the monitor, they were just showing it. Huh.
Boy, there's a full explanation going on from John.
They're going to need it, because if I'm thinking about it this long, I promise you, they're going to have to talk through it.
Dave Tobe, the longtime special teams coach.
I honestly think this is a unique one.
It is, and Gene, we got to bring you in for this one.
Yeah, Jimmy, I think my assumption is they have 2 fouls right now against the kicking team. So
There's 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation, kicking team, number 1. Free kick out of bounds, kicking team number 17. Kansas City is elected to have Dallas re-kick the ball after the enforcement of the 5-yard penalty.
They wanted to kick off back where they were.
There's Clark. There's Jerry.
2 of the great owners in the National Football League.
Okay, here's the re-kick. And it goes to the 5-yard line. Neo has it. And he's got a good run back to the 39-yard line. Guys, the NFL Today, you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS. Streaming on Paramount Plus. Mahomes. Oh, Kelsey unable to hold on to it. There's a flag in the offensive backfield.
Well, I'll definitely see you there next week, but
Holding.
wow.
Offense number 66. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Hold on, Caliendo.
Well, this is going to make Kelsey feel a little bit better. And this was the matchup we were looking at. Williams and Clark there, but Kelsey will feel better about dropping it because there was a hold. Otherwise, you're going to know that was a monster play in the game.
Kansas City's been penalized for over 100 yards, penalty yardage, 102. As Worthy takes the short pass, turns it up briefly out of bounds near the 36. Got just inside 11 minutes to go. And the Chiefs trying to answer back. There you see the numbers. Hunt with 14 carries after 30 just 4 days ago. And Rashee Rice with the 2 touchdowns and approaching 100 yards on the game.
If I'm a defensive coordinator, Eberflus here, it's like the ball's got to go through Mahomes, right? They can't give the ball much more to 3.
Able to slide around a possible hit and get it to Pacheco, and Overshown's on him quickly. It'll be 3rd down for Kansas City. That just picked up 6.
And you'll see Mahomes is going to feel the pressure. And as soon as it does, he steps up into the right and just takes what the defense gives him. Teams are starting to play them more man-to-man. I said it last week, Jim. The ball needs to start going outside the numbers toward the sideline if they're going to actually overcome some of these teams.
It's a 3rd and 8 as Rice jogs over to the left side. This is where he's so dangerous. He's got plenty of time. Guns it, and Rice cannot hold on. Wilson was on the coverage. Rice had the first down had he held on to it.
And he should have. This is a huge drop. He's right there. Mahomes gets through the whole progression, throws it on the correct shoulder away, and we saw this happen 2 weeks ago when they lost
at Denver.
Exactly
Some
right.
Inexplicable drops, and then sometimes Rice will make the toughest of catches most of the time.
And when you're playing it this close to the vest, it's the difference sometimes.
Okay, Ariza's had 4 punts that have been down inside the 20. But that one lands in the end zone. That would be his first touchback of the season. But we do have another penalty out. It's at the 23-yard line.
during the kick, holding receiving team number 28. That penalty will be enforced from the 20-yard line. First down, timeout.
Called on Malik Hooker. Well, it was such a highly anticipated game. One of the most important Thanksgiving Day games in a long time. It's everything that's been built up to be with 9:26 to go. Dak and Dallas now.
I agree.
We'll have to start back at the 10-yard line.
But the only thing people will remember is from here on out.
Prescott going deep. He's got a man waiting for it. It's Lamb hauling it in at the Kansas City 40. 51 yards.
It's a corner blitz. McDuffie blitzes. It's a different route, and you see CD put his finger up, and he goes, I'm going deep. And the adjustment that we've seen Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, that team makes so many years. The Cowboys just did it to the Chiefs on a monster chunk play.
Here's Turpin getting the handoff. He's got the two longest rushing plays of the day for Dallas, but this one goes for only 2. How about this throw from the 10-yard line to the Kansas City 39?
Well, you'll see the corner blitz comes out here, and Dak ends up just turning his back. Play action early in the game, remember? Got to run the ball. But they're the best, maybe the second, third best in the league, at least top 3 when they play action. They're incredible, and it shows up again. CD doing what George did last week.
Take the handoff.
Play action.
Going to dump it off to Ferguson. He collides with Bolton. Boy, they both duck down low. Helmets hit, and it's a pickup of 7.
Well, they were trying to go deep and put the nail in the coffin right there to CD Lamb again. Good job by the Chiefs getting back. Dak wisely checks the ball down, continues the drive, but another 8 yards for Dallas. Play action, play action, play action.
It's working.
Play action, run the ball. Play action.
3rd and 2 with Williams, the running back.
They are not going to sit back and be soft. I promise you, this team's going to try and come after you now.
Here comes the rush, the pass away, caught. Flournoy has it. Dallas has another set of downs.
Just so smart. This is a Brian Schottenheimer special. I mean, what he's doing right now, it's just, he knows there's going to be internal pressure. You saw the middle linebacker blitz up the middle, Jim. So what do? Let's move the pocket to the right and roll out so that doesn't matter. Let's play action into a corner blitz where my running back just takes him in my sleep. He is on fire right now, Schottenheimer.
Picks up 17 with that call. And Dak goes over 300 yards. 1st and 10 inside 7 minutes. Now they go to the ground. And Williams able to break through for about 3, maybe 2.
That clock keeps ticking right now.
And
you could say on the season in some ways.
Knows he's going to, in all likelihood, be facing a 2-score deficit whenever the Dallas offense comes off the field.
11 was a lot in the 4th quarter last week. This is about to get more difficult, even if it's only 10, just because of the time.
2nd and 8. Here's the fake handoff, the rollout, the throw, and almost intercepted. Oh, boy, that was close.
Wow. Unless you do that, he should not have thrown this ball. And Edwards, who came in as the backup, almost tips this ball perfectly.
Stepped right in front of Pickens.
I mean, that could have been intercepted by Edwards, and it almost goes
to Gelati.
To his teammate Gelati, yeah. Oh, my gosh. You got to protect this ball. You have to make it a 2-score game.
Got a 3rd and 8. Look at his 3rd down passing. A couple of touchdown passes on 3rd down.
I'm telling you, they're coming after him right here. It's going to be man-to-man.
Yeah, here they come. Got near him. Pass. Caught. Pickens. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by Turpin. He ran after it and beat 2 Chief defenders to the ball. Pickens fumbled.
Could not be a bigger play. I want you to watch. This is all-out pressure, man-to-man. No one's around for the Cowboys except this guy running right here. for no reason other than you just practice that way over and over again. This ball is out. It's going to go to the Chiefs. They got 4 defenders around it. But the way this kid practices, you're always running to the ball just in case. Huge.
It's huge. It's a difference in a 1-score game and a 2-score game, and it brings out Aubrey for 26 yards. It was McDuffie who tried to make the play to strip him. He did, but Turpin with a magnificent effort. And Aubrey chips it home, and Dallas leads by 10 with 5:16 remaining.
Mr. Automatic again, and this is more challenging than down 11 early in the 4th quarter, in my opinion. You agree?
Oh, you're on the road.
It's not even close. Like, you do have 3 timeouts. It is Patrick Mahomes, but this is a tall task for Kansas City.
Look at this, McDuffie.
Knew these big games were going to be here, these big plays at the end of the game, but just a monster play, honestly. If you look at it, by McDuffie to get the ball out, that was 2 plays that this defense tried to get back. But if you went into this week, you'd say, who has the little bit of wiggle room? Who has one lost chance? Probably the Chiefs.
Probably the Chiefs, yes. Both of them really couldn't afford a loss here today. But Kansas City, by a whisker, maybe has a little more room. We'll be looking at maybe having the win out the last 5 as Thornton gets out to about the 33-yard line.
Guess what? This game ain't over.
No, it's not.
You've got to make them drive the field and take time off the clock.
Mahomes on 1st down, all kinds of time. Now it breaks down, and guess who's got him? Look at Clowney in on him.
What an addition. Got to remember, they brought in Clowney. You brought in Williams, Kenny Clark. Overshown got healthy, but it was really a coverage sack. It was the back end who's come on. Mahomes looking for the big play down the field.
Ooh, his head just slammed against the turf. But here he is upright on 2nd down and connecting with Kelsey. And Travis has 12, maybe 13 out of that.
No matter how many times I've seen the Chiefs, you as well, we don't see many blowouts. The Super Bowl anomaly, okay? In the regular season, Eberflus knows this game is not over. That is a guy who's played in a lot of Super Bowls and never has not made the AFC Championship game. You've got to be on your P's and Q's, Dallas, if you want to win this game. He can do this.
3rd and 6. Quinnen Williams tripped him up, but he's still going and heaving it down the field. Wide open is Worthy. Unbelievable play by Mahomes. Quinnen Williams had him. Somehow he maintained his balance, and the Chiefs strike a big one for 43 yards. This is right to your point, Tony.
Every time you think you got it, almost got him. You said it, almost got him. How many times have you heard that? Even has to fall down to throw this ball.
And there's Worthy all alone in the secondary.
That's why he plays in all the big games. And I mean, we always talk about him, how great he is. We know that. Dak has played unbelievable today. He's put his team in some position. It's just not over yet. You've got to finish it for Dallas. And for Kansas City, you've got to score here. And if you do with 3 timeouts, you're definitely in this game.
Here's the 1st down throw. Out of the backfield. Hunt can't handle it. Led just a little too much. It's another no-look pass by Mahomes.
You saw it. Which is why it was off by about a half a foot.
Yeah, I should have looked. Maybe this time.
But one of the parts that's great about the no-look, though, if you're accurate with it, there's a no-look that it just makes the zone defender stay in their zone too long, so the guy who catches the ball can run sooner. So when he does this, it's basically holding those defenders so Kareem Hunt would have more leverage.
Okay, we got stoppage of play here.
I promise you, he's tired after running like that.
Started on the previous play. We are going to make an adjustment prior to the next snap. Please set the game clock to 3:43, and this will account for that. Thank you.
You're welcome, Joe.
By the way, the State Farm postgame show will be following this action with JB and all the crew recapping this game. Plus, we'll have the presentation of the Madden Thanksgiving MVP. It's all coming up on the State Farm postgame show.
I mean, this feels, you can tell, right? This is a playoff game. Andy Reid knows it with his play calls. Patrick Mahomes knows it. The Cowboys know it. Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the Dallas 20.
He knows what they're in. He just changed the play.
Low snap, he fields it. Pump fake, looking to take off. Here he goes, 15. Down to the 10 and another first down. This is how he led them in the comeback in the fourth quarter last Sunday against Indianapolis. With his legs.
Are exactly right. He's going to look in the middle right here. Kelsey actually does something opposite of what he thought. And now the decision to get the first down, huge, but to get out of bounds is even bigger. Every 10, 15, 20 seconds matters.
First and goal with 3.5 to go. Kelsey on the left, 3 receivers on the right. He's looking that way. Ball in the air, and it's incomplete. Ooh, that was broken up by Stewart.
I'm impressed with Stewart. Big time play earlier in the game. Watch, he's going to come off. Makes it seem. He's got quick twitch. This is a completely different defense than you saw earlier in the year from this Cowboy team. 6, 7 new players. They can win out. I'm telling you right now if they win this game, Jim.
Second and goal. That last one trying to force it in there to Rice, who has 2 touchdowns already. Mahomes going to the end zone. Back in the end zone. Caught. Tiptoe. Touchdown.
Wow.
Hollywood Brown.
While taking a hit from your backside. This is such high-level football all the way around on both teams. Look at this. High pointed, back at the end zone. We're supposed to go tap, tap.
Wilson tried to get there a little too late, though. He tried to get there to try to shove him out.
But he keeps the ball high, too, so he can't touch the ball.
What a play by Hollywood.
Away.
Touchdown confirmed. Mahomes has a 4th touchdown pass, and now Butker can make it a field goal game.
Wow. It's crazy. I know we said 38-31 at the end of this. We'll see how that plays out.
Extra point is good. All their timeouts remaining. Kansas City. 3:27 to go. They just marched down the field 67 yards in 7 plays.
But it was not easy. You know what I mean? It was difficult, and it was like it requires a perfect throw, a perfect toe tap. That a boy.
There you go. That was some effort by Brown to make the catch. Held it up high, got the feet down. To him, it must have looked like it was in slow motion. He made it look so easy.
It looked like it when we kept showing it.
It did kind of look like it was in slow motion, yeah.
You know,
but that's
while
how
we
he saw
showed it in slow motion, it looked slow motion.
That's how he saw it for real. But 25 points have been scored between these two teams in this fourth quarter. He has a word with his offensive coordinator, Matt Nagy. And you see what Mahomes has done in the second half with these big numbers.
Both quarterbacks have played
brilliantly.
Very, very high-level football. This is the drive, and first and second down will be everything.
Yep.
How aggressive are you going to be? We talked about it earlier, right? Stay aggressive. Do you run the ball, Jim, or do you throw it?
Kick down to a 7-yard line. Turpin is taken down quickly by McDonald. Again, there's the Madden Trophy that will be presented after the game to the game's MVP. A $10,000 donation from the NFL Foundation will be given in the name of the winner to the youth football program of their choice. And you got to figure it's coming down to one of the two quarterbacks. Whichever one wins will have that great gift and connection with Coach Madden on this special holiday. First and 10. Williams, and that's plugged up, Tony, quickly. Just a gain of 2. Okay, there.
I wouldn't have done that.
What would you like to have seen there?
A bootleg, a throw, get under center and make them feel that. But right now, it's like each time you get into second 8+, it's like the other team knows you're probably not going to run. It's like you got to make them feel like you're going to run. That's when you throw. The way to beat the Chiefs is to, whatever they think you're about to do, I feel like sometimes they guess. In other words, they call it to stop the run. They call it to stop the pass. They just need an obvious situation. And now you kind of gave it to them. So in this specific scenario, I might throw a screen. I might even run the ball here now.
Going to be a 2nd and 8, and the Chiefs have used their first timeout. You've told me many times in these late game situations, this is the down right here with the most options.
This is it.
They're going to go up top. They hope to. And the pass is incomplete. And there's a flag coming in from the back. Watson was on Pickens. And this is a huge call.
Well, the crazy part is that this is going to be pass interference on Watson. But this is all George Pickens. This is 2-man. He's supposed to play inside leverage.
Pass interference, defense, number 35. That ball he plays at the spot of the foul. Automatic, first down.
He has played outstanding all year, but he's supposed to be inside leverage. Very few receivers are going to beat Watson when he's 100% playing inside shoulder and cross his face there. That shows you how gifted George Pickens is to widen him and do that. If they win the game, that is as big a play as anyone.
3rd DPI on the Kansas City defense as they hand it off on first down again to Williams
Now
for a yard.
Out. Well, this first down will determine the game to me.
Kansas City down to 1 timeout.
Under pressure, the Cowboys are going to throw slants. You saw it in the last one. Spagnuolo actually prepared for it and called 2-man inside leverage. Problem was Pickens was just too good across Watson's face. He is the best in these situations.
Second and 9.
This is nerve-wracking. I love it. This is so exciting.
It is.
I love
It's
it.
tense.
This is it right here.
It's
Here we
wonderful.
go.
Dak throws it wide open. Lamb able to get separation and a flag on McDuffie, who had already been flagged twice for interference in this game. Pass play went for 11 yards.
Yep. Well, you saw it. Lamb. Nobody owns McDuffie. Nobody. All year long.
Like you said early in the game, he had more yardage given up on him in the first quarter than he had in the game all year long.
100%. And guess what? All those people getting on CeeDee Lamb, he's unbelievable.
Pass interference, defense, number 22. The ball he plays at the spot of the foul. Automatic, first down.
Look at that wrestling match. 7 catches for Lamb, 112 yards and a touchdown. And more importantly for Dallas, they get a new set of downs. Kansas City's down to 1 timeout. They got 3:04 to go. Mahomes wondering, will he get a chance? At a stadium he used to come to as a young kid, his dad would bring him to the games. They get nosebleed seats. They have a friend who would bring him down to the ground level. Here's the handoff to Williams. Makes a nice move. He's got 8 yards. Big first down carry by Javonte Williams, able to escape Jamari Connor. Timeout called by Kansas City.
A big time move right there. Williams, this is what makes Dallas so difficult. The percentages say Mahomes doesn't touch the ball again. This defense will have to have an incredible stand.
It's going to take a lot to get the ball back because Dallas looks like it's in total control of what they're doing. His play calling again continues to excel.
I mean, it was looking at 2nd and long until he made that move in the backfield.
It wasn't until last week that Andy Reid's team won a 1-score game. They had that remarkable run last year that actually extended out before the season a year ago. Before that, 17 straight.
They're going to sell out here.
2nd and 3, and they get him. That is Chris Jones able to make the stop, and now you'll have a 3rd down on the way, and they'll have to run a play before the 2-minute warning.
I know, and this is right here the point where a lot of teams take a timeout. Like, you have a call, but it's like you want to get it perfect. You see Chris Jones coming down the line. Does an awesome job just finishing the play, but if all of a sudden you don't get this, 2 minutes, you're going to punt, kick a field goal, probably kick a field goal, but really, no. You got 2 downs. I mean, there's so many scenarios right here. My goodness. This is it.
3rd and 2 with 2:18 to go. Straight pass play.
Slap.
Pass is on the money as Dak is able to hit Pickens, who takes the helmet off.
Ooh.
And they run it down to the 2-minute warning with a first down after this 13-yard play. He beats Watson again.
Slants. That's how they've done
They
it.
did it again, Tony. You were on it. And the Chiefs without timeouts. Dallas with a first down. Tony, they're now in victory formation.
It's over. I mean, unless something crazy happens. And there's the old school Tom Landry.
Yes, it is.
Downey, I'll tell you right now, Dallas just beat 2 teams who were in the Super Bowl last year.
In 4 days.
Yep. And now there's a real possibility at the Lions is going to be the toughest game left. They can run the table.
That's coming up next Thursday for the Cowboys. Coming up, the State Farm postgame show after the game. JB and all of the great crew in the studio will have the recap. And we'll have the presentation of the Madden Thanksgiving MVP. It's coming up on the State Farm postgame show. What a run by Dallas.
Unbelievable. And they kind of controlled, even though Mahomes had a great game in some ways. But Dallas looks different, right? They imposed their will a little bit today. They had the plan. They got great.
Going to have to go 11-6.
Correct. And I think that will get them in.
One more snap, and the Cowboys will have a 3rd straight win. And as you said, they will have beaten the 2 teams from Super Bowl 59, Philadelphia and Kansas City, in a span of 4 days.
They just got through Murderers Row, almost. Now at the Lions. And if they win that, who do you think is better than them?
Masterful job by Brian Schottenheimer.
He was incredible today. You could give him the MVP alongside of Dak and CeeDee Lamb.
Dak Prescott will be the Madden MVP of this game for directing the Dallas offense and throwing for 320 yards and a pair of touchdowns.
Happy Thanksgiving.